Hello, all of you. How is your preparation going on? Last moment, Zor Shor mein. Got many of you asking for the paper discussion for costing. So here I am. Okay. Got little held up in the direct taxes final classes. Direct taxation inter mock test paper discussion for November 22 is already uploaded. So many have you have viewed. Just in the playlist, if you check, you will get it. Tax more than 57 to 60 videos are uploaded just in 10 minutes. Whatever doubts you are asking, ma'am, STT is not clear, interest on loan is not clear, I have done. And very important, I am discussing right now everything for November 22 costing exam. But very important instruction is last 2-3 attempts RTPs you have to do. So direct taxation, especially GST, question number 1, which compulsory comes, and for all that, May 22's RTP, sorry, not RTP, MTP, all the discussion is done. RTPs, too many questions are repeated, so I'm not doing RTP, it's already there, so many of are available. So right now important is mock test paper of November, set 1, set 2, that too you are doing. With that, it will not take more than 1.5 hours, but in a gist way and quality good, and with compact covering up all the concepts and special emphasis on the pitfalls that don't do these mistakes. May attempt, all the 3 MTPs have been uploaded. Do revise them and go. Marathon videos also I have uploaded for costing, taxation and accounts. Now let us begin right now. As we are heading for the costing exam, then the mindset should be, we should be very clear about the paper pattern, dear students, and the choice. If you all know, it will be a revision for all of you. So very quickly, I want to take up that. Okay, right? Costing paper, lucky, you know, this is like costing and FM. I'm teaching since last 21 years. So it used to be like costing and FM paper. And now it is just costing paper for 100 marks, wherein your question number 1 is compulsory. It is compulsory to attempt, not compulsory to attempt first. So if you know question number 3 B bit, you can do that, then A bit, huh? But bits you solve it together. And dear students, don't attempt extra questions, because if you attempt extra questions, they are not going to correct the last question. So compulsory is here is 4 questions are there, 5 marks each, and that makes it 20 marks. Okay, 4 questions are there. Now in this, 1 question is fixed from material chapter, 1 fixed from labor. In material, what is the cost of the material, and 2 materials are there, or EOQ. In labor, it is either separation, flux method, those formulas, or Rowan and Halsey, or your PF and ESIC. If you add it, it will be the, what is the cost for employer. I'm trying to revise very quality, good way, quick way, the concepts also. So for employer, for example, he's paying you 100 rupees and he's putting 12 rupees in PF. He's putting in ESI 6 rupees. For him, what is the expense? 118. Now you as an employee are receiving 100. Employees' contribution to Provident Fund is deducted 12. And ESIC, suppose it is deducted 6. So 18 is deducted. What is the net salary coming in your hand? 82 rupees. Are you getting? So these kind of small questions are checked up. Huh? Right. Question number 1. Remaining 2 are types of costing. Now types of costing, popularly what generally they ask question here is small question from marginal costing, break even point and all. A small 5 mark question for budgeting. Sometimes one of the variances also they can ask like this. Sometimes operating costing. So like this, any one of the 2 types of costing they will ask you here. This is your question number 1. Now question number 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So you have total how many questions? 5 questions. Out of that, any 4 questions you have to attempt of 20 marks. That makes it your 80 marks and 100 marks paper. Clear? 4 questions of 5 marks, and here it is 4 questions of 20 marks each. So 80 marks. Yes, I miss saying that how we are doing this video is, first I'm checking all paper pattern. With that, second thing I will emphasize on the weightage of the topics. Third thing, few important questions which I feel you should do, and then I will discuss the MTP 1 and 2, especially all those doubts which are coming in the Telegram group. And if you want to connect with us one to one, they call me like voice note ma'am, क्योंकि whatever doubts you are asking, I'm clearing it by way of voice note. I don't have that much patience to type and send, but I want to help each one of you. So with years I've been teaching these subjects and linking up, I know very well. So make sure if you have any doubts, just connect with us in our Telegram group. You promise surely your doubt will be cleared. Of course 24 hours, it give me time, I also have other schedule, but I'll surely clear your doubt. Okay? So in the description, all details are given. Now, in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you attempt any 4 questions. Don't attempt extra. You can do. Every question is 10 plus 10 marks. Now here fixed question comes one for the cost sheet, which you should do. Very scoring it is. Cost sheet. One for integrated accounts. Just prepare the accounts or the reconciliation. Huh? So like this, they are asking routine these questions. One question is fixed from operating costing. You have more than 8 types of the costing: operating, standard, marginal, and job, and batch, and budgeting, and all. So out of that, 5 questions are asked. Correct or not? In this 5, 4 you have to attempt, but out of that, cost sheet is definitely there. Operating costing is definitely there. An alert sign for all of you. Many times ABC, activity based costing compulsory is there. Process by any method, FIFO or weighted average is there. Now many times in exam, ABC costing and process, they are asking for 10 marks. Just my suggestion is to leave this in choice. It's not, ma'am, ABC costing is actually very easy, but there are too many calculations for 10 marks. And if you want to complete your paper, and if with ABC costing sometimes 12 mark, 4 mark theory question, then go for it. It's worth doing. I'm just giving you the mindset ki choice, you need to do it correct. Sometimes you know everything, but if you don't choose properly, then you won't be able to complete the paper in 3 hours. And you are going to complete the paper in 3 hours. Especially in costing, very important is use the same calculator which you are going to use in final exam. And is your calculator all functions, especially m plus m minus, is clear or not? For that overhead step ladder method and kitne sare calculations hai. So just put it in memory and multiply with m plus, multiply with m plus. So that is very smartness which is required. So this is just my suggestions, that if you can skip the ABC and process if they are coming together. If they are coming in different, ke ABC kisi aur ke sath hai, process is with operating costing, or process ke sath sometimes they ask you very easy question, budgeting. Do attempt it. I'm telling you, cost sheet, integrated, operating costing, budgeting, joint product and byproduct. These are all the topics which are like, if they ask you the question, they cannot twist it. Literally, I'm telling you, if they ask you the question, they cannot twist it. It is going to be straight. So do attempt all these questions: cost sheet, integrated, operating costing, budgeting. Now, very important is, when they give you question for operating costing, be careful. You all know how to prepare operating costing, fixed cost and semi-variable, and then petrol and variable cost. But please remember, whether they are asking you for monthly, yearly, quarterly, that will depend upon the denominator. Have they given the kilometers per month? Then take all the figures for per month and divide by kilometers. Have they asked you per bus, 6 bus? So very important alertness in operating costing is for what period you are preparing the operating cost sheet. Okay, working preferably just write it there or anywhere. And then cost sheet also is very easy. Just prepare the format and whatever figures are given, write it up to down, down to up, and somewhere you will be able to complete the cost sheet. When it is coming to budgeting, like this time's closing is next time's opening and all, so put proper arrow mark, do the workings, take one line extra. Don't just write 1800, write in bracket 600. It will take 2 seconds extra. Yes. And common question asked to me is, ma'am, process costing, how do we come to know we have to do FIFO or weighted average? Dear students, 99% they are clarifying by which method you have to do. And if operating cost, opening work in progress percentage are given separately, then only you can do it by FIFO method, no? What is first opening work in progress? If it is 60% complete 40% and let it go. And from current production, you take the remaining. So for process costing, this is it. Ma'am, opening work in progress stages is not given, then definitely it is weighted average. Opening, normal production, out of this transfer, normal loss, and closing. So how do you prepare your equivalent units is very important. I want all of you, if you are noting out weightage, process costing may equivalent costing, you at least the first table, how to calculate equivalent costing units, you all should know. I hope I'm not scaring you. This is just the mindset I'm preparing, and definitely you all have worked hard. You have completed all the coaching, and I'm telling you literally so many times the questions are asked as it is from institutes. Chapter ke baad jo questions hai na, from there as it is. Operating costing, one hotel question is there, one student's question is there, where all the students are not paying equal fees. So you cannot divide bus ka cost divide by students, transport cost mil gaya. No, you need to convert it into equivalent students. All the hotel rooms are not having same rent, single room, double room. So you need to put them weightage and equivalent number of hotel rooms. Do these two questions from your institute study material. I am also teaching since last 21 years, and I can't say meri book kar lo enough hai. Important questions where students are stuck up, we are adding it. But institutes material back questions, even if they are very easy, just do it. Job and batch costing, simple questions are there. Okay, right. So I think I have given you major inputs. Acha, one more thing. When they are asking you like integrated costing, there's a sequence. Those who have little doubt, I'm telling you, just in 45 minutes by watching the costing marathon video. Costing marathon video या फिर playlist में जाके chapter wise revision videos also I have put. There I have discussed from my booster notes. From my booster notes, there I have discussed how to, segregate this. Like when you are preparing the stores ledger, from there, wages, direct wages will directly go where, indirect wages will go to the work in progress. From there, work in progress will go to the finished goods. So, dear students, one mindset in the last May 22 exam, 5 marks, they asked you the journal entries. And students were like, ma'am, journal entries we had to write in costing. What a big deal. When you are posting the entry, stores ledger debit to GLA. In GLA, you have purchased the material by stores ledger. Wages paid, debit to GLA. Are you doing? So when you are posting the entries, already journal entries there in your mind. That's what you have to write, dear student. Have that confidence that you know it. And this remind me of one very important bit. In question number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you have a choice. In question number 6, there are theory questions and one practical question also. So again, 4 question of 5 marks each, 20 marks. So I feel 6 question is very scoring. Separately in the Telegram group, I have put up the costing theory questions. Repeatedly asked costing theory questions are from first chapter. Distinguish between cost reduction, cost control. what are the requirements of the integrated accounting system, what all qualities are required for the integration. Like you should have qualified staff, you should have all the techno uploads if you want to merge the integrated accounting, costing and financial. And then one question fixed is asked. They will give you types of costing and they will ask you to say which type of costing is applicable to what. That's a lot of questions are there in your RTPs and all. So just scroll now, practice and go, and you will do superbly well. I think chapter weightage and everything I have covered here. Yeah, study material backside questions you should do. लेबर चैप्टर रोवन हाल से भी करना है, सेपरेशन मेथड, फ्लक्स मेथड, फॉर्मूला, पीएफ, ईएसआईसी एंड ट्रीटमेंट आल्सो, overtime treatment, your labor turnover treatment. They can frame a question. Okay, if labor turnover is because of technical reason, then put it in the machining and all the department. If it is because of this department, wahan dalo. If it is abnormal, put it in the costing. That we have discussed in the routine class. So if you have watched the video very carefully, if you have written all booster notes, and in case if you have not taken the coaching, you don't have the booster notes, trust me, revise from the costing playlist, the gist revision videos, or I can say the marathon video. Surely it's going to be helpful. Last time when I uploaded the video, within hours, more than 250 views it crossed. I felt it was students' trust, and that's why I'm doing it. I'm extremely sorry before I start that I am doing it little late this time because too occupied I was. 1 minute, please wait. Thank you for waiting. I was literally too occupied and could not spare time for this costing part. And now some students say, ma'am, it's enough if you do only one subject. Why? But then years I've been teaching and my students are getting exemption. Why I should not help you? If you trust me, I want to help you. Chalo. So that's all for the paper pattern, the weightage, mindset, and it's easy chapter. I'm telling you, if something is very tough in the costing, maybe sometimes question number one, also one or two questions, the language is tricky. Leave it. Age limit ke beyond time waste nahi karna. Definitely something is very easy in the paper which will help you get bare minimum 50-60 marks in costing. If it is taxation, I don't say this because I know how vast the syllabus is. But 50-60 marks are yours. They are asking cost sheet. They are asking operating cost sheet. They are asking that integrated. Sometimes the exactly study material problem they are asking, which you have done that problem if comes in exam. We are discussing now mock test. And if mock test paper as it is comes in exam, then it's a big deal, no? Chalo. Preferably, can I request all of you to pause the video and get a print of this? If I keep on reading word to word and then solve it, it will take time. If you have a printout, I want to explain the logics, how they have taken the figures directly. And with that, I will revise that chapter's concept also. Okay? Right. Chalo. Those who all are doing live, if you have any doubt, keep asking me. Chat box is on. I had promised I will discuss it. I'm doing it, but chalo, saath mein karte hain. Yeah, this is your first mock test paper. Check with me now from screen. Mock test 1 first we are doing, then 2. This is for that different kind of jobs, you can say. Company has following 3 alternatives for conveyance for the sales people, 20,000 kilometers. Purchasing and maintaining a fleet. Either you purchase your own car, then car related petrol, tire, taxes, all expenses you will incur, or you allow executive to use his own car. You reimburse 12 per kilometer and insurance ka cost. Insurance cost is here. Or third option is hire the car from an agency, then you have to pay the rent and the company will bear the cost of the petrol. So whatever option they say, okay, first option take this cost, second option take this, like this. Just do it and then whichever option is best, we will recommend. Now here almost all the costs are given per kilometer. But like taxes are given 960. Can you all please pick up your calculators? Pick up your calculators and be ready. Yes. Look at the screen. How much is your taxes you have paid? 960 rupees per annum. And what is the kilometers you are traveling in a year? 20,000 kilometers. So that's what is, how much you are getting in your calculator? 0 point. I'm not able to write here, but I'll show it in notebook. 0.048. That is what is the, that is what is the tax per kilometer. So like this, you can calculate life of the car is given to you, cost of the car minus the scrap value divided by number of years. This will give you annual depreciation. But in a year, how many kilometers it is going? 20,000. So just calculate all the cost per kilometer. Look at the screen now. I have gone to answer. All the cost I have calculated here per kilometer. Insurance, few though they are given. If you ask him to use his car, you need to pay him 12 rupees and insurance. If he's taking on hire, you need to pay rent of the car and some taxes and all. So these are three different options. You get cost per kilometer multiplied by 20,000 kilometer. In which option your cost is least? Second option. Go for it. Okay. So that easy this problem is clear to all of you. Right. Chalo. Now, joint product and byproduct question. It is so nice to do these questions, but while you do, remember for joint product, main product is absorbing 60% of the raw material cost. Byproduct, why? Now see, I'm just discussing the answer. So pause the video and read the question, because if I read and if I do, it will be a 12 hours marathon. Neither you are having that time, not I am having. So better let us do it in this way. And still, if you have doubt, Dipti ma'am, question number 3, B-bit calculation, how did you get it? Put me a comment in the YouTube. I will clear. Join our Telegram group given in the description, and there you put your doubt. I'll surely clear. Okay? Main product is 60%. Byproduct is 15%. Raw material is 1,000. And wastage and all is given. Now listen, you all know normal wastage is 50 unit, but cost is always absorbed by good units. So material, this is like, I don't know, they are calling it joint product byproduct problem, ye wala. But actually this logic is also taught to you in cost sheet. So once again, costing, you should know, C for costing, C for concept. If your concept is clear, like I'll tell you, time permits, please remind me, those who all are doing live, to this semi-variable overhead. How to segregate semi-variable overhead, if you know, in cost sheet, in budgeting, in joint product, in operating cost sheet. So many chapters you can use that. Now here, raw material, 600 units are manufactured here. 150 units are manufactured here and 200 units are manufactured for Z. 3 products you are manufacturing. But now read the language of the problem, and I am reading for all of you. I'm reading for all of you. First point. 1 unit of Z requires half of the material for 1 unit of Y. So if Y requires 2, Z requires half of that 1. And 1 unit of X requires 1.5 times Y. So if Y has used 2 and 2 into 1.5, this is like 3. Okay? Are you all getting? 3, 2, 1. Now, many students, what they do is, suppose if I say here, your raw material cost, okay, is 9,200. Can we divide raw material cost by 600 plus 150 plus 200 units? Raw material cost by good units, only by these units? Answer is no. If I divide by units, equal cost will go to all the product. But if here एक यूनिट को बनाने के लिए if 1 unit is required, here to make 1 unit, 2 kg is required. X ka 1 unit manufacturing needs 3 units of raw material. 3 units are 3 kgs. I'm just giving an example. Clear or not? So, if you make 600 units of X and per unit needs 3 unit, 1800 units you need here for raw material. 150 units of Y you want to make and per unit needs 2 kg or 2 units. So 300 units or kgs you need here. In this ratio, you will allocate the raw material. It's a beautiful concept. I am telling you the same concept can be asked to you in cost sheet also. Though they are not asking you multiple product cost sheet, only single product cost sheet is there, but I'm just saying. Same for labor. Labor cost is 8,200. You cannot divide it by number of units and per unit labor cost. No. Again for labor, what did they say? X requires double the time needed for Y and Z. Y and Z ka mila ke X needs double the time. Z requires half the time of Y. So if Y is 2, Z is half 1. And these two put together is 3. Double the time is X. Once you get, I want to make 600 units of X. Now each unit requires 6 hours. So 3600 hours. Here 150 units I want to make of Y. Each unit requires 2 hours. So like this, in this ratio we will take. Clear to all of you or not? So this was the problem for, just read the problem. See, here is the language, but I have read it all for you. It's like super easy, and for 5 marks, you can quickly do the calculation. Let us take the third one. It is for escalation clause. Very few problems are there in your material, but I have explained the escalation clause. Once again, I want to explain. Escalation clause in construction contract is, if the material cost goes up by 10%, no problem. But whatever is the increase in the cost beyond 10%, then contract price will also increase. So this clause is included in the contractor-contractee agreement. Are you all with me? Clear? So now what is happening? That same for labor. If labor cost is 100, if it goes up by 10%, chalo 110, no problem. But if it goes to 135, so this additional 25% increase in the labor cost, no, then your contract cost will also go up. So your contract revenue and all will change. Okay. So EPF construction company has entered and contract price is 14,50,000, which will surely increase if you add the increase in contract price due to the escalation clause. Material purchased, wages, general expenses and all are given work certified and all. In the event of increase in price of material by more than 5%, the contract price would increase accordingly 25%. Beyond 5%. It was found that since the date of signing, the price of material and wages increased by 25%, leading to increase the value. However, value of work certified does not take into account the effect of the above clause. ठीक है ना? Work certified में नहीं लेना. It's a nice problem. Just I have read it. Now look at the solution. Okay. Material, you all know, if you purchase and if something is hand material consumed, we take. Wages, if outstanding is there, add it. They have done in statement form. You can do it in T format. Now, prices of material have actually gone up by 25%. Now, how much is your material consumed? Material and wages, achha, together they have given. In our routine class, we have worked out problem where material escalation clause alag hai, labor alag hai. Now, what is your material cost? 3,62,000. Material and labor increased cost. Actual increased cost. I feel they can ask you escalation clause last May exam also. Study material में एक problem है escalation clause का. SQ and all. which emphasizes that only if there is more change in the price, they will cover up. If there is a change in the quantity, we decided standard 10 bags of cement will be used, actual 12 bags. Will the contractee bear for it? Answer is no. Quantity change, the contractee will not bear. Sure. Now, let us check up this. This they have done it in some way. Can I just go it in the notebook? Please keep your problem in front of you, and I am taking you all to the notebook and solve it over there. It's a very nice logic. Now see, your increased cost. Your increased cost of material and labor is 360 to 500. And read the problem. They said that it has gone up by 25%. So can I say this is 125%? Then what would have been 100%? Can we calculate very fast? Please open your notebooks and do it with me. Pause the video, read the problem if you want. 362 into 100 divide by 362, 500 into 100 divide by 125. 2,90,000 should be the original cost. And now actual cost, which has gone up by 25%. I'm making a diagram. You can also do like this. Also, it's your working note. So costing में don't worry about the format. This is not accounts class. जैसे भी है working note में करना है. 362, 500. 2 minutes. I need a break because these marathon lecture also, I remember it was so tiring. Continuously we can't say na chalo take down this much and I will sit and relax. $360 to $500 is 125%. Why did I take 125? Because they said the cost is increased already by 25%. So what is the original cost? 100. Now I want you all to read as it says, if the material prices go up by more than 5%, so up to 5% increase, no problem. 290 ka 105%. So up to 3,04,500. 5% increase in this cost. So 105% tak there is no problem. But beyond that, if it increases, then the contract price would increase accordingly by 25% of the rise in cost beyond 5%. What is the change in the cost here, dear students? 360 to 500 minus this 58,000. Increase in cost up to 5%, we will bear it. Beyond that, whatever is increasing of that 25%, contract price will increase. Kitna aa raha hai iska 25%? 14,500 is your answer. Logically, is it clear or not? I'm like you are saying, ma'am, every problem that you're not solving in writing. Why this? Because there are few problems exactly copied from your material. You can check it. Escalation clause explanation is not there in the material. And they have given this question. ठीक है? All right, let us come back and check. See, 14,500 is the increase. So what was the original contract price? First line of the problem it is given, 14,50,000. Keep one hand on your question paper. And so now 14,500 plus 14,500 is the increase in the contract price due to escalation clause. Okay. Next question I'm going, which is like asked so many times. Company produces AB2 products in that two material are used, A and B. Okay. In the ratio. Now sales volume is 50,000 and input output ratio is given. So 8 units, if you put 5 units, you get. You want 50,000 units. So how much raw material you will put? 80,000, because 30,000 units are going to be wasted. And 80,000 You will put it in which ratio? 5:3. Okay? Right. Just I am explaining. Next. Purchase price is given, reorder level, minimum 2 days, maximum 3 days. Carrying cost is always calculated on the purchase price. A is perishable, and if it is not used within 3.5 days of purchase, it becomes obsolete. So 3.5 days mein kitna stock you need, that you need to keep in mind. Ordering cost is 375. At present, A material is purchased in the lot of 7,500. So for A material, what is the reorder level? 7,500. Sorry, reorder quantity. How much they have placed? 7,500. Company works for. Ma'am, we can calculate EOQ. No, EOQ is equal to reorder level, correct. But here, forget about EOQ. They want discount. So they have been ordering how much? 7,500 units. Company works for 25 days in a month and is carrying out evenly. Calculate EOQ. Everything you have to do for A material. A and B2 material are there. Total how much raw material you are using? 80,000 kg. So A will be used in which ratio? 5/8. है ना? So for that you have to calculate EOQ also and maximum stock level. Now formulas and also we know it is very easy. 50,000 if it is your output, 80,000 is raw material. In that A is 5/8, 50,000. What is EOQ? Under root 2 AB by C. 2 A's annual quantity required, okay, annual demand, into cost per order. Ordering cost is given to you, okay. 50,000 EOQ is 2A annual demand into the ordering cost. And now carrying cost. Carrying cost will be the price, purchase price multiplied by 12%. Calculate if you are getting this answer correct or not. Yeah. Why we are multiplying by 12 here is 50,000 is the demand per month. Look at the question, please. I am emphasizing on the minuteness. 1 minute. 50,000 is estimated for December, and you need to A, B by C. You need annual demand. So we are So we are multiplying by 12 months. Are you all getting the answer? Why am I multiplying by 12 months? So you get 5,000 as EOQ. Now maximum level formula is reorder quantity 7,500. Reorder level minus minimum consumption into minimum lead time. This formula you all know it. So reorder level is 7,500. Sorry, reorder quantity. Reorder level is maximum consumption into the maximum lead time. And minus minimum consumption. Minimum at least 2 days. 50,000 kgs you want, and 2 days it is 25 days it is working. So per day how much raw material is consumed? Multiplied by 2 days. This is the minimum consumption. And minimum lead time is 2 days. Are you all getting? So like this. And if you 3.5 days this material gets obsolete. 50,000 kg is needed for 25 days per day. Okay, 50,000 kg is needed for 25 days. Per day, 2,000 kg is needed. And 3.5 days mein to it will become obsolete. So 7,000 kgs से ज़्यादा stock रख के फायदा नहीं है. So what is your maximum stock level? 9,500. But stock required for 3.5 days is lower than the maximum stock level. Therefore, maximum stock should be kept as 7,000. I want to repeat, ma'am, maximum stock as per the formula reorder level, reorder quantity is 9,500. But within 3.5 days, the material is becoming waste. It's going in dustbin. So maximum per day, how much material is needed? 2,000 kg. And 3.5 days, it is perishable. 7,000 kg से ज़्यादा रख के कोई फायदा नहीं है. If you feel my speed is more anywhere, then pause the video and read the problem and then continue. Okay? Right. So that's all. Look at the screen now. This was the question related to your choice. And this was related to joint product byproduct. Third was related to your construction contract. And this is related to your material check. इसमें नहीं है, but generally they ask you labor also in question number 1. Material and labor are asked separately also in question number 1 also. Done? Chalo. Let us go to question number 2A. Okay. Question number 2A, details are given and variances. Now these are formulas and exactly the way you have learned, nothing difficult. If they give you the variance ready, be careful about favorable and adverse and plus and minus sign. Standard costing I'm not discussing now. It's all formula based, you can do. PS Limited is manufacturing company and operating 75% capacity. PV ratio is given 40%. And other details are given. Now looking at the details only. If 75% पे 180 है, तो 100 पे कितना? 180 into 100 divided by 75. 240. So this is like variable cost. Wages is variable. Power and fuel is variable. Repairs is semi-variable. Ma'am, कैसे पता चलेगा? Whenever there is change in percentage, if cost is changing, it's variable. If it is changing, okay, I think I need to explain the concept of semi-variable overhead. Use it in cost sheet, use it in operating costing, use it in budgeting and all the chapters. हाँ, तो एक काम करते हैं, 2 minute लगेगा. Let us do this semi-variable overhead. See, just at like this problem only. If at 75% it is 80 rupees, तो 100% पे कितना? If it is coming proportionate, if it is increasing, change in units, if it is given number of units, or change in percentage के साथ, if the cost is increasing, it's a variable overhead. At 75% also it is 80, at 100% also it is 80. Fixed overhead. Variable overhead and fixed overhead. Clear to all of you? And now variable overhead, fixed overhead, and now how do we know it is semi-variable? Here it is 80. Here it is 80 to fixed. If it is 75% pe 80 to 100 pe kitna percent? I'm just explaining in very brief way. This is very well explained in your 106.67 something. Now, if this is 80 and 85, now what is happening? It is increasing, but only little bit. So there is a fixed element and there is a variable element, and put together it is called as what? Semi-variable overhead. Ab kaise karenge? In these cases, change in the cost from 80 to 85, fine, is due to change in the percentage, 25%. This is variable cost. Once again, change in the cost due to change in units or percentage is the variable portion. ठीक है? Right. All right. So like this, you have to decide, and they have asked you calculate the profit earned at 75% and calculate the break-even point, because you know the PV ratio. So you all know break-even point is like fixed cost divided by PV ratio in units. So you can calculate the break-even point. Let us check the answer. कैसे करना है? Only two are like semi-variable overhead, for which you have to calculate the variable part. At 75% it is 18 lakhs. At 100% it is not increasing proportionately. It's just increasing by 3 lakh for 25%. Huh? So 25% के लिए 3 lakh है, So for 75%, it is 9 lakh. So 9 lakh is variable at 75%. So remaining 9 lakhs is fixed. Clear? Same way. 36 has become 42. So how much the labor cost has increased? 6 lakhs. Because of change in 25%. So 75% में कितना? 18 lakhs. So in 36 lakhs, 18 lakhs is your variable cost. So what is your fixed cost? Then the remaining 18 lakhs. So now fixed cost will remain constant in total as per the normal capacity. This is a concept important for your cost sheet also, for your budgeting also, for your marginal costing. Now you can prepare. At 75%, they have asked you to prepare. Segregating the variable and the fixed cost. Now, PV ratio, you know, 40%. So variable cost ratio is 60%. But now at 75%, have you calculated the variable cost? 360. 360 is the 360 is the variable cost at 60%. 360 all is in lakhs. Huh? 360 lakhs is the variable cost at 60%. So 100% is how much? You can calculate. 600 is the sales. Now fixed cost and variable cost, you know, you get the profit. And now break even point is fixed cost by PV ratio. What is fixed cost? 140. What is the PV ratio? So break even sales in rupees. And they have not done, you can get the break even point in quantity also. If they give the quantity details. Okay, pause it. What is important is segregation of the overhead into the variable and fixed. Clear to all of you? Is my speed fine? Is this overall helping or not? Okay. Process costing also I'm not working in detail, but I'm telling you, like here, opening work in progress, 100% material is over. For conversion, 50%. They have given all the details. And with that, they have combined it with the further process karna hai ya nahi. Okay, right? So let us check just the solution overall. It's a nice problem. Weighted average method they have done. They'll specify the method. I think here also they must have specified the method. Have they not specified? 1 second. Let me check. Process costing, one problem comes and either any one of it you should leave. ABC या process क्योंकि बहुत time लगेगा आपको. और ये this problem is the very lengthy. It's having so much of calculations. FIFO, just do it. If they say nothing given, you do weighted average, but here the point 1 only they have given. Solve it by weighted average, they have clearly given. Okay? Right. So weighted average, now we know it. Opening 12,000 units are there, 60,000, 40,000 units are completed. Weighted average hai. Had it been FIFO, the first opening may say we will send and then current. But here 40,000 units are completed. Normal loss units is nil. Closing work in progress, whatever is completed that we take. Abnormal loss and abnormal gain are always 100% complete. Once you get equivalent units, cost divide by equivalent will give you the per unit cost. So first table, get equivalent units. Second table, get per unit. And now decide whether you want to further process or not. If you further process 275 and 250, further processing cost bhi lagega. Selling price bhi zyada milega. Cost till date is same, 9,37,500. Yes, same. Cost of the material and the conversion cost. Okay, some students are literally having doubt, what do you mean by conversion cost? Okay, then Conversion cost is nothing but combined cost of labor and overhead. Labor and overhead, if you put together, it is called as the conversion cost. ठीक है? So this is very simple. Cost sheet. Cost sheet is like, this problem is there in your study material and in regular class also I have done. I said you should know the format of the cost sheet. Material and labor, add factory overhead, opening work in progress, and go on filling up the figures, and down to up and up to down you will get the balancing figure. Like here, factory overhead is given, labor is 170, factory overhead is 175% of labor, but we know the factory overhead, so like this we can find the labor. Same way in this question, it is very nicely given to all of you. Selling overhead is 2,50,000 yera, and selling overhead per unit is also given. That will give you how many units are sold. 500. 500 units are sold, and cost of goods sold, if we know, we can work out reverse. This problem is easy. You will be able to do it. Chalo. Next now. Now see, both are time consuming, to be honest. एक तो ये 10 marks के लिए process costing भी है, and then joint product by product भी है, and decision making whether you should further process or not, and then you have this also. So it all depends how do you take it. Okay, right. This I have already explained, question number 4a. और इतना easy है. Attempt these kind of the questions, dear students. 5 bits for 10 marks. 1 bit goes wrong, you get a chance. So if there are bit questions, and if you know it, of course, if you have skipped the labor chapter thinking ki Roman हाल से अच्छा नहीं है, so I cannot do anything. But otherwise, this is like very, very easy. PF, employer will put his on employee, मिला के. ESIC, employer and employee. What is the cost to employer? 100 rupees salary I have paid, plus 12 PF, plus 6. I told you, no, 180. Acha, what is the money going to employee? 100 minus 12. PF I'll not pay you, I'll put ESIC. So it's like super duper easy, I can say. I always say now, if something is very technical, like in this problem, process is very lengthy, something is very easy here. Wages for October are given to you. You can read the data and get it. Yeah, 100 per day and all, and number of days are given, 30 days. So wages are given. Now PF and ESIC, if you deduct, you get how much wages employee is taking home. And if the PF and ESIC, if you add, how much is the expense for employer? I feel nothing to explain. It's like very easy, and you will surely get it. Ekdam easy problem hai. This is again same budgeting problem what we have done. That same. In fact, I feel question number 1 and question number 4b are same. Yeah, machine hour rate I want to work. Machine hour rate you have to calculate, and be careful whether power and absenteeism without pay, leave with pay. All that is very important. And how many machines are there, and are you taking daily wages or weekly wages, then multiply by 4 weeks. If you are preparing for 6 months, multiply. So this problem is of machine hour rate, but how they are giving the data. Prepare a statement showing comprehensive machine hour rate for the machine shop. And in a machine, 8 machines are there, 6 operators are there. Original cost of all the 8 machines is given to you. Okay. Question number 5a. One second. Let us go to the solution. I will show you how to calculate. See. Yeah, there is some calculation for the labor part. Okay, let us read this problem. It's a nice one. We will discuss it. Yes. Normal available hours are 1248. Absenteeism without pay is 18. Leave hours per operator with pay is 20. Normal unavoidable idle time hours are 10. And production bonus is estimated at 10% on the wages. Power consumed and other details are given. Okay. Now see, they have also given that 5% of the value of the machine has gone for repairing also. Okay, this is a machine hour rate. Now first we need to calculate the denominator, always in our working note. Okay, so 1248 hours are available per worker and there are 6 workers. So 7488 hours are available. Absenteeism hours, and you are not going to pay for that. So absenteeism hours 18 into 6 minus kar do. 7380 are paid hours. Ma'am, but after that also they are taking leave. 20 hours every worker is taking leave. But for leave, so you have to pay. But why am I minusing? Effective hours 20 hours worker is paid hours are 7380, but 20 hours is not the effective hours, no. So to calculate effective hours, 20 hours also you minus, and normal idle time also you minus. Clear to all of you or not? Now, operators wages, when you calculate wages, you don't take 7200 hours. 7200 is the effective hour employee has worked, but you have to pay them for 7380. Like Sunday is a holiday, they are not working, still you are paying, no? So like this, just calculate all the cost, then so it is very simple. Ma'am, why we are dividing all this by 2? Because these are annual cost given, and here 6 months detail they have asked. So you are getting overhead for 6 months, divide by now 7200 hours. Effective labor cost per hour you will get. So while calculating effective labor cost, divide by 7200. But while calculating it, for the number of hours you need to pay, you need to pay him 7380 hours. Only for absenteeism, you are not going to pay him. Clear? Right? Okay. ABC costing, normal you calculate, then set up. Exactly same problem from your material. Separately, I have prepared a revision video. There you can check. And then all types of theories there. This is going to be asked. Question number 6 is very, very scoring. So go for it, please. I feel, because like which types of costing, what will be the unit? If it is cinema, we calculate per ticket per show. If it is hospital, per patient per room. If it is electricity, then kilowatt. This is the unit of cost. Sometimes they'll ask you ki this kind of business, cinemas and all, what costing they will follow? Operating costing. These are all operating costing. Service hi de rahe na. Hospital, cinema, electricity, canteen, these are all service industries. Sometimes they will ask you, like if you are making medicines, then it is batch costing. If you are doing construction, then it is contract costing. So like this theory question, purely financial expenses, unit cost, treatment of the discount. This is very much given in your first chapter. Trade discount is deducted from the purchase and then you take it in the cost sheet. Cash discount is never recorded in the cost sheet. Penalties are not recorded in the cost sheet. Insurance charges are way charges, freight, insurance, loading. They are all added in the cost sheet. So cost of purchase may be aega. That's all for the MTP1. I have highlighted on the important parts. Now, if you have a doubt, ask me, please. Yeah. Please ask if you have any doubt. And those who are watching it as recording, if you have any doubt, put it. I realized one thing separately, definitely for the May 23 students, those who have taken the Google Drive classes, I will prepare a very nice conceptual video. The way I'm preparing tax concept small video, I'll prepare it for semi-variable overhead. That concept is taught to you in the regular class in the chapter 1 only, where you study types of all, terms, variable overhead, fixed overhead, production overhead. वहीं सिखाया है. But you should know all the method, high-low method and all, because I feel none of the 3 hours paper is complete without your 3 hours paper is complete without your semi-variable overhead segregation. Okay? So make sure that I have explained right now here. So make sure that you reread it again. Please keep a printout now, preferably, even for the next mock test paper, what I have been discussing. I'll go little quick, and yes, I'm not taking that standard costing and process and all in detail now. Okay, right. One second, dear students. All right, mock test 2 for the November attempt. Here we go. Okay, mock test paper 2 this is, and question number 1 I am discussing. A company makes 1500 units of the product for which profitability statement is given. Up to 500 units, the company has to pay premium 5 per unit towards the overtime labor. The premium so paid had been included in the direct labor cost only. So up to 500 units, whatever is the labor cost, fine. But beyond that, if you are making per unit, you are paying 5 rupees extra. Now, premium so paid have been included in the direct labor cost. So in 35,000, up to some units, you are paying whatever per unit. And for remaining units, you are paying plus 5 extra unit. Now you are required to compute the break-even point. You cannot compute it directly by applying the formula sales minus this all, because up to 500 units it is different. So let us see. It's a nice out of the way problem. I feel they may ask you, material cost is same, selling price is same, labor. Now how did you get 20 and 25 variable cost? And all this. First, please see this working. See the working. 500 units labor cost is X. Then remaining 1000 units labor cost is X plus 5. X is there plus 5. And total is 35,000. So now 500 units it is X. Remaining 1000 unit it is X plus 5, and 35,000 includes all this. So can we say what is the original labor cost? 20. And after 500 units, 25. That's what is written here. Remaining you can divide and get variable overhead and contribution. Now, what is the contribution at 500 units? At 500 units, what is your variable cost? At the 500 units, what is the selling price? 80. What is the variable cost? Selling price is 80. What is the variable cost? 20 plus 20 plus 10, 50. So 30 is the contribution at 500 units. And what is the fixed cost? Fixed cost, 1 second. They gave in the problem, 16,800. So contribution is less than 1600, 800 is the fixed cost. So there's a shortfall. You are not getting break-even point. So now to get the break-even point, 1800 units K, or you will have to produce the more products, right or not? And in these 1800 units, what you are producing shortfall, what is your labor cost? 20 or 25? 25, because more than 500 units you are getting. So number of units to cover up is 72 units. Are you getting? Up to 500 units it is 20, but 1800 units what you need extra, in that what will be the labor cost? 25. Okay, right? So contribution at break even point, the contribution and fixed cost are same, no? So here fixed cost is increasing, the change is there. So here you get 72 units. So at 572 units, if you check, you will get your break even point. Little tricky they have made it by giving this working, but if the working, and for 15,000 no working is given. Is it clear to all of you? How did you get 15,000? 500 units, and your variable cost is 20 plus 20 plus 10, 50 and 80, so 30. So 500 into 30 is your contribution, but your fixed cost is more. 1800 is loss, and in that you want to cover up your additional cost of 25 as your labor cost. Okay, so 72 units if you make extra, you will get your break even point. Now 572 pe if you verify directly, we cannot calculate because up to 500 it is different, and here it is different. Chalo, next is same machine hour rate, total overhead 338 at 14,500, 347 at 15. Change in machine hours and change in the cost, that is the variable part. Then the fixed part. See, 5 marks question just on the semi variable overhead. You can do it, it's very easy. Change in the cost by change in hours, you will get it. Third is flux method and all. Apply the formula. Yeah, this one I want to talk. Many of you are asking me in the RTP that, ma'am, they have given construction and according to the stages of the completion, and which is not there. Because in new syllabus, they are just asking you notional profit, but here they have taken the notional profit and all calculation as per the stages of the completion. So for this, if you don't know, then just note it down. 2 minutes may I'll give you. Yeah. If percentage of completion, you all know, work certified by contract price into 100 will give you कि कितना percentage complete हुआ है. If percentage of completion is 25%, nothing you will recognize in income. Notional profit will be carried forward. No income. If your percentage of completion is greater than 25%, up to 50%, then notional profit ka 1/3 into cash received by work certified. This is a formula you have to use. And if it is greater than 50%, up to 90%, what percentage of completion? Notional profit into 2/3 into cash received by work certified. And above 90% means estimated profit. That concept you can take. Note down if you want to do, because this they have used in the contract costing and this is not there in the study material. I have already sent these messages to the board of studies, some member whom I know, and awaiting the reply. So I can't say. I told them that if the formula is not there in the book, how you are asking in the MTP, and if this is tested like this in final exam. But this there in the old syllabus. So ठीक है. Clear? I'm being very honest. Don't get scared. ऐसे कुछ अगर बहुत out of the portion आया तो you will get the marks for it. ठीक है? And then it is simple. Cash received 25 lakhs is 80% of work certified. Can we get work certified? Yes. Work certified by contract price is 62.5%. Is it above 50%? Yes. Take 2/3 into notional profit into cash received by work certified and you get the answer. Okay. So this you were asking me, I have answered. Variances are very simple. Even this is a cost sheet problem. I think you all should attempt like 60%. 1,80,000 units are produced at 60%. So at 100%, how much? Now first 3 months it is 50%. Pick up your calculator. You know, this is, you have to make a cost sheet, but at first 3 months it is operating 180 is 60%. So 180 into 50 by 60. 1,50,000 is agar you are operating at 50% into 3 by 12. 37,500 units only you are making for the 3 months. 37,500 units. So like this, once you get number of units, put and semi-variable overhead, you know how to allocate, you can make the cost sheet. Calculations are missing, just understand how they are calculating. Clear or not? 9 months, 75%. Pick up your calculators. 1,80,000 into 75 divide by 60. So 75% pay if you work 225 for a year. But into 9 by 12, 168,750, because you are operating only for 9 months. 168. So like this, now here working is missing. Kaise aaya? So you can just do it. Process costing is simple problem of FIFO method as given in your material. Now see, process and activities asked together. If you do this problem 1 hour it will take. I would not suggest you to do this. Isko chhod do option. Budgeting problem are very easy. Be careful of like October month's closing stock is November में जो produce कर रहे उसका 20% you keep now. So keep putting arrow marks and make it very clear. You'll be able to do it. For stores ledger and all, please refer the costing marathon video. You will get the link from stores. It will go to work in progress. From there, finished goods. Administrative overhead will come where selling overhead is a part of cost of goods sold. Admin is a part of this finished goods and so on. These are simple problems. This bus problem is there, equivalent number of the students and all. While doing operating costing, surely they will ask you. And this last exam, last I'm talking about the November 21 attempt, they gave the operating costing out of the way, that loan and insurance wala problem from material. So just check it orally. FIFO, LIFO, you know it, and theory. What are the essential requirements for cost accounting system, overtime premium, product cost, period cost. I know I have little rushed, but there is some more schedule and too much, but still I have tried my best to give you. Wherever it was tricky and I felt working notes were missing, students are asking repeatedly the doubts in Telegram, WhatsApp group. I have tried to justify. If I could have got 4-5 hours more, I would have definitely loved to solve all these problems in notebook. Hoping to do that with all of you in taxation final. And for the next May 23, well in advance, we will do it. Still, any last moment doubt is there on exam date. I never get annoyed. Accounts, costing, taxation, any doubt is there, just click the photo, send me in WhatsApp group if you're connected. If not, in the Telegram, we'll surely clear it. Lots and lots of best wishes to all of you. Relax, have a cool mind. Relax your parents also. You know what is best for you. They are the best well-wishers, but they are innocent. They don't know the technicalities. So if they say, ask them also to relax and just send you best wishes. Rest, you take care of yourself, your health. 15-20 minutes of pranayam meditation, do it so that you are relaxed. In those 3 hours of exam, 1 day before exam, just revise all the chapters overall and these MTPs and RTPs, okay, rather than diving into some chapters. All my blessings and wishes are there with all of you. Thank you so much. Bye bye, all of you. Again, really sorry. I know I never like close in this rush, but there is some schedule and I cannot spare more time. Please forgive me for that. Thank you and bye bye, all of you.